right, welcome back to Smoking Gnome Barbecue. So, not much of a barbecue today, but we're gonna fire up the Bighorn pizza oven. It's a pellet-driven, fueled pizza oven. It gets to probably about 850 to 900 degrees. So, I used it once already, figured it out. So we're gonna go over a little bit. Anyway, thanks to Aaron and Caity for getting this as a gift. So, we're gonna finally use it. We got two different types of crust today. Maybe we're gonna do a gluten-free crust, and then we'll probably do a regular crust. So, all right, let's get this thing prepped and ready for cooking. Okay, first things first. Get yourself a scraper tool. Take that front off and take this pizza stone out and clean it every time. Make sure you get all the debris off of there. So this one's pretty clean, but use this scraper to scrape anything that's higher in, elevation other than the pizza stone, such as burnt flour and crust. And I already wiped it a little bit on the outside, but get a not so damp cloth and then just wipe it once, and that's it. And then whatever comes off there, you're good to go. So, but make sure blow out the inside a little, make sure there's nothing underneath. That's step one. All right, let's put this back on. Now let's do the firebox. Okay, so the little scooper that it comes with is about 150 grams right there. So to get the firebox started, it comes with a little tool that you can take out. It's not hot yet, but I really like using this thing. Now I already loaded it, so 2 scoops of this guy, or maybe about 3 scoops of this guy, and then push it down and level it. Now I love using this Blackstone serving cart, and then once you get that on there, make sure it's on a surface that's not gonna burn up, and then light this puppy. Now evenly light it on all sides and get the whole thing, there we go, get the whole thing burning. And again, do it on a surface that's not going to melt like plastic. Usually it doesn't take very long, but for some reason this thing's not, I must be running out of fuel here. The secret is to get this whole top side burning and lit. Cue the elevator music. Go on. There we go. Also, it's good to store these pellets in a container. I got them in a bucket that seals, it's waterproof. You can get those at Home Depot or whatever else you want. And then we'll get this torched. There she goes. She's starting to go. All right, let's let that burn for a little bit. And she's almost ready to go in the hopper. Cool, that's going pretty good. Top layer's starting to turn white a little bit, so all you do is insert the small amount that you did first into the hopper. Now, leave this open for a while because this will cause this to burn hotter and faster, and let those flames come out of there, and give that about 2-3 minutes. And then, like I said before, this goes in the chimney when you're storing it, and then you change that out with the topper, or you can leave the other topper off that allows this flame to go through and out the chimney. So, but we got to get this hot, we got to get this burning, we got to get the air flowing through there, and then like I said, this little guy takes this in and out, and then once this burns down, we'll put another couple of small scoops in there and then insert, make sure that goes. So probably about 15 minutes, 12 to 15 minutes this takes to get hot. So just be patient, and the hotter it gets, the better it's going to cook. All right, you can see the flame in the back. I didn't shut that hopper yet, but I ended up getting another small scoop. Like I said, before you put the pizza in, always fuel it up with some more pellets. That way it gets nice and hot. But make sure to put these in here kind of gingerly, because you don't want to put the fire out. So I only did about half of them right now. And I'll get that, and then I actually got some in the lid right there. So this is one hot fire, so you got to be really careful. Use the tools they provide. There we go. No problem. All right. So that's going. Let that singe up and get hot. And then you still see some flame coming out over here. So go ahead and put a little bit more in there. Let that burn. Still see flame. See what happens if you put this thing out, it'll start to smoke. There it goes right there. And if it does, keep this hopper up here open so it ignites again. And once the smoke goes away, feed it again the rest of this. And then I'll shut this down. There, we're getting flame coming out. Oh, there's smoke. There we go. There's some flame. It's getting hot. Everything's starting to burn. And then do the last little bit, and that'll probably choke it. Once this smoke goes away, we'll put it back. We'll put this down, and then I'll show you. I'll take this off, and I'll show you how that flame comes out forward through this chimney. Do 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 do. The other thing too, the vents in the back. So today's wind, I'm feeling it right now. It's going this way. So we may even turn this around so the wind naturally fuels it. There's another little trick where you can put a fan back here and fuel that fire. But I think when this shuts, which is getting hot right now, it's starting to burn. Starting to go. When this shuts, we may just swivel that. That's another nice thing about doing this on this cart right here, because you can position this wherever you want. And Blackstone, kudos to you, man. Good stuff. All right, let's wait for this. All right, through the magic of video, we're back. All right, I'm gonna shut this hopper. Boom. Now we're gonna let this go. See how it smokes? It kind of dampers this, and then this chimney right now is what's smoking. And as soon as the smoke kind of goes away and flames, which already is starting. So when I open this up, you'll see inside there, wham, there's our fire. So see how it's working forward and coming out the chimney. So, but now it's smoking. So we'll let that flame on. So if it is smoking, again, lift this back up, get that hot again. There's flame coming out right there. Dampen that down. All right, so we'll let that go for about 3-4 minutes. And if I have to, I'll put another small scoop, maybe half a scoop of this in there, which is about 70 grams, 75 grams. And we're gonna cook a pizza. Okay, so I added the more pellets. I got the cooker up to temperature, which I think, and then look at this, all right? Gluten-free. So, not my choice, but I might go over some tips on how we got this not to stick to this. So, take the front off, set it down over here, put this bad boy in there. There we go. Put this back on. Count to 15. Every 15 seconds. That's the magic number. Just rotate it. So I'm watching the second hand. Grab yourself a watch. All right, there's 10 seconds. There's 15 seconds. Take this out. Hold that in there. Look at that, slides perfect. Now, rotate it. Boom. A quarter of a turn. Back in there, another 15 seconds. And you can fudge 20 seconds at a time. We'll see what happens. but you get the gist. So once you rotate it, because that flame is coming right up over here, right over the top of that. So another thing too is I put the cheese for about 15-20 minutes in the freezer. So the crust and the cheese will both cook kind of simultaneously. And then the crust will get crusty and the cheese will melt just like it's supposed to. So we're kind of manipulating it a little bit. All right, there's 15 seconds. Look at how that just slides. Look at that, see? Now let's take the back side, another quarter of a turn. There we go, cover it up. Let's see how this goes. Now, sometimes if this didn't get hot enough, obviously we got to cook it longer. The majority of the time, the gluten-free crust cooks a little different, so it's a little harder. Plus, this is a store-bought gluten-free, so we'll see how that turns out. Gluten-free is getting a little better. I personally don't need to eat it. I guess probably should. Who knows? It's better for you, but the wife uses gluten-free everything, so we'll stay there. All right, so there is another 15 seconds. So this is the third turn. And then let's look at what's going on here. Oh yeah, look at everything's just cooking up. Crust is getting a little crustier. There's a quarter of a turn. Put her back in there. Now, so the crust doesn't seem like it's getting as cooked. So probably another, rotation, something like that. And just watch it. You got to babysit it. You can't walk away from it. Add pellets if you need to too. All right, let's pause this and we'll see the finish. All right, the moment of truth. Let's check this pizza. So I flipped it. One more rotation 4 times. Ah, look at that. That's a pizza pie. Not too shabby. All right, we'll get this inside, cut that up, and then we'll get this ready for the next pizza. Oh yeah, look at that. That's almost perfect. Good crust. Yum. All right, same ordeal. New pizza. Put about half a scoop. I'm gonna put the whole scoop. There's enough burnt down. Get that started. Again, always put in some new pellets for every pizza. Because, man, that bird is loud. Grosbeak. That way it gets this fire nice and hot. And it looks like it's going good enough. We can close that damper. That's the other thing. Keep everything at the ready. Keep your scoop or have a place where you put the lid. It's a chess game. Always be ahead. Be 7 moves ahead of the pizza. So that way you're always prepared. And then that just goes in there and you only have to concentrate on cooking the pizza. Because like I said, you got to babysit it. So let's check this out. Check this oven. Flames going. Not quite. We'll open this up, air it out. We'll get those flames coming out the top of the chimney. That's one thing I can, let's see if we can see. Well, there's the flame coming out the back. We don't want that. So see, the wind is pushing it this way. Oh, let's focus her. There we go. Now the flame's coming out. So once that starts, we got a nice hot fire. Put that in there. There, now you see the flame coming out the chimney. Oh, maybe not. Out of focus again. Let's see what happens. What's that? It doesn't want to focus on there. Well, you guys get the idea. It's being finicky. There we go. All right, let's put this pizza in this one. Perfect. 15 seconds. We'll get this puppy cooked. Look at all that yumminess. That's a good fire right there. All right, it looks to be time. Let's get this pizza out of here. So this was 8 rotations, a quarter turn a piece twice. So it seems to be the magic number for me. Fire stayed hot. I added another tiny scoop. And there you have it, folks. Another pie. All right, so cover this up, let it burn out. There's not much left in there, and let's eat. All right, there you have it. Well, we had a heck of a rainstorm the last 2 days, so everything's wet. I'll probably get wet anyway. All right, let's try this pizza. So, gluten-free crust, not my favorite in the world, but like I said, it's getting better. But the ingredients that we put on it, definitely gonna make this tastier than most, so. Very good. Very good. It's weird with gluten-free because the crust always doesn't seem to be cooked all the way, but this one is. The outer crust got nice and crunchy, but the ingredients, they cooked up so well. So what a great little gift. Appreciate it, Caity and Aaron. So we're gonna be using this a lot, other than in the rain. So, all right, everybody, enjoy. Love it. Gotta make more.